Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Drum Candy Podcast. This is your host, Mike Dawson, coming to you from Drum Factory Direct in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This week, we have Thomas Wendt and David Throckmorton back in the studio, and we are sharing 10 reasons to love the great Omar Hakim. Omar Hakim was born on February 12, 1959. He is a notable American drummer, producer, arranger, and composer. His session work covers a wide range of styles in jazz, fusion, pop music, and rock. He was the drummer in Weather Report. He's made records with David Bowie. He's played with the Foo Fighters, Chic, Sting, Madonna, Dire Straits, Journey, Kate Bush, George Benson, Miles Davis, and did more recent records with Daft Punk, Thundercat. So this is a really wide-ranging career, still ongoing, we might add. He's still making incredible music, but we're going to cover some of our favorites and hope you enjoy it. Dig on the drum sounds, dig on the grooves, just some really fantastic music. So here is 10 Reasons to Love Omar Hakim. Now, this is definitely the Throck-led episode, 10 Reasons to Love Omar Hakim.
That's good.
Where do we begin? Did I do these chronological? I think I did. So I think, Tom, you're actually first.
That doesn't surprise me. Tom's usually first on these guys like this.
Well, I went back because I know a little bit about Omar. His playing is incredible, but I don't know nearly as much as you guys. But I went back and kind of looked at some of his earlier recordings because I'm always interested in, like, okay, how did this person start their career? And this is a great record, Rush Hour. And I think we can kind of play this like wherever you want. If you want to start from the beginning, we totally can.
Yeah, I'm just queuing it up, so give me a second here.
Yeah. And this, I chose this kind of like when I think of Omar, I kind of think of this sort of.
Oh, is that As We Speak?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, did we not say the name of the song?
Sorry.
It is David Sanborn, Rush Hour.
Yeah, Tom said Rush Hour.
Oh, I did. Yeah, I did say Rush Hour. Yeah. So anyway, I chose this just because it's earlier in his discography, and when I kind of think of him, like, this is sort of what I think about.
I went through this record thinking of I might pick something off of this too, but I ended up not.
He's younger. He sounds great, though. I mean, I kind of feel like his style is already sort of.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, good.
So it says 80, 81.
Yeah.
He's born in 50-something?
Yeah, I think he was born in
Not sure.
like 57, 58 maybe.
I'm going to look that up while we listen.
He went to LaGuardia, the Performing Arts High School in New York. I'm pretty sure of that.
Omar Hakim was born in 1959. So he would have been 21 when this record came out.
Yeah. Which is that's pretty young.
Yeah, it's pretty young, is right.
And man, he sounds wonderful. And I like I just said, I feel like his general style is right. It's already all the way there.
Yeah.
He grew up in a neighborhood. Wayne Shorter was in the neighborhood, I believe.
I've listened to a bunch of podcasts. I'm going to screw something up if I try to be too
I'm not sure
telling you what's what. But he was around all the cats.
Yeah.
Tons of cats. Tons of older
Jamaica
musicians.
Queens, right?
Yeah, Jamaica. Yeah. I believe it's Jamaica Queens.
All right, let's check it out.
Cool.
We'll go from the top.
Yeah. Right from the beginning, it's like when I think of him, it's like that's it.
Yeah, that is
that kind of groove and that.
I agree totally.
The way he uses the tom toms and the fills, it's like man, that's really cool, and nobody does it.
He's got a unique slant on it,
totally,
in my opinion.
Which is interesting to me. Like going through this, Omar is the sound of the '80s in my mind, like the early '80s. That's the way he plays that stuff. His snare drum sound.
Yeah.
I feel like when I think of 80s drums, it's either him or Tony Thompson. And that's kind of it.
Wow.
And if you started getting to records like this, I mean, if it wasn't guys like Gadd or something, like
Yeah.
a lot of times it was Steve Jordan, some and Omar started kind of creeping in, you know, stuff on the West Coast. Vinny would be on, you know. But and there were others, of course. Peter Erskine was working a ton at this time, playing with a lot of the same musicians.
Yeah.
But I agree, man. Like hearing that right now, it's not all that different than all the other stuff that we're going to hear, you know?
Yeah.
So at a really young age, the style was pretty developed.
Man.
And his control, you know, he's a real beautiful control. I said that about Jimmy Cobb, totally different kind of play. But he really has the dynamics of, you know, sometimes a pretty big drum set, you know?
Yeah.
Although he never sounds like I know he could do it on a 4-piece kit with a crash and a ride. Like he would sound amazing.
Yeah.
Because his hi-hat, snare drum, bass drum, ride cymbal thing is so strong. Just playing grooves, he's amazing.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
I never heard him talk about Tony Allen, but that beginning groove kind of feels like Afrobeat inspired kind of.
There's so many influences though in his playing, at least that I hear. I mean, it's like if you really, and you know much more than I. So
I mean, I've heard probably a lot more, maybe than both of you guys, but
Yep.
he's a little bit of a mystery to me. Like, even though I've heard interviews and I've heard so many records, because he's at like a weird time. Like
we were
do you
just
know what I
talking
mean?
about that.
Like I think I talked about that on some other guys we've covered in the past. Like I think when we did Will Kennedy, I was kind of talking about like wondering. I mean, obviously I know some of his big influences like Tony Williams and stuff, but it's like the way he plays doesn't sound like that. And Omar's thing, it's like, man, like, okay, he obviously has heard all this jazz music through his father, who was a trombonist, and being around music coming up. But there's also this, like, you know, he heard like all the groove guys, obviously, and all the soul groups and all the like music of the 70s and all that stuff. But it's like he kind of plays different in a way.
I know.
It's like, man, where's that coming from? Because Dennis hadn't really been exposed to the world yet. It's like pre-Dennis. It's kind of pre-Weckl being on the scene, even though they were all in New York at the same time. All those guys know each other. Steve Jordan and Dave Weckl and Omar Hakim and Peter Erskine.
Yeah.
You know, and Tony Thompson and on and on.
Yeah. That's true. It's sort of like, I mean, there's some very unique originality that's just kind of there.
Yeah.
And also, we can't forget that was the dance club scene. Late 70s, that was Studio 54.
Totally.
Completely.
That was Yogi Horton. That was
Yogi Horton, another one.
Yeah, Yogi Horton. Right. Yeah. Wow.
So
But
he's
you know,
coming out of
but
that.
and there were still guys on this scene from previous, like guys like Lenny White were still playing, but he's like kind of earlier.
Totally.
You know, or Al Foster or Victor Lewis. You know, like it's. I mean, it's I'll shut the hell up.
No, it's all good. There's a uniqueness, I think, that's really interesting with him, and just the way he articulates all that. It's beautiful.
And this will come up again, I'm sure, with me talking about him. He's a fun drummer to watch.
Yeah.
You know, he's pretty tall, thin. Like, I don't mean that you should be tall and thin, like a model to be like.
No, I know what you mean.
He just has a way of, like, an elegance when he plays. It's fun to watch.
The way he
moves around,
Yes.
it looks efficient.
He's a performer. Yeah.
Yeah, but not to me in a
not in a corny way.
No, not at
corny
all.
way.
But it's like a beautiful dancer on the
really
set.
dances on the drums.
Yeah.
And he makes a lot of choices when I watch him play that I'm like, man, I don't know anybody else that does this. You know, the way he'll like get on top of like the crash cymbal on the left that's high and like play on with the tip like way up on the cymbal.
Yeah, right.
And his hi-hats are so high.
Yeah.
I mean, he's tall enough that it probably makes sense.
Long limbs, yeah.
But he has a different thing, man. And it's really, really beautiful.
Yeah.
He was one of the first clinicians I ever saw. It was at a PASIC in Atlanta, 1994.
Oh, wow.
And it was one of the first times I was like, that's a star. Like, whoever I'm watching right now, that's a star. I didn't know him.
Wow.
But he just came. They had a 9 a.m. clinic, I think, and he came out in a bathrobe and a shower cap, and he was brushing his teeth. He just put on the whole thing. He was like wiping his eyes.
Oh, that's really funny.
That's amazing.
It was incredible. I was like, whoa, this is the first time I'm witnessing, like, that's what a rock star looks like.
What else do you remember about his clinic?
He played probably a half-hour solo that was beautiful. It was never like a chops thing. It was what he does. You know, he plays some grooves, some cool licks, but always kept it dancing.
Wow.
And then just told some funny
Like,
stories.
you know,
That's cool.
He has chops, he has technique, but you don't think of him in the way of the fusion guys that that were maybe a little popular after him. Even Gadd, like Weckl, Vinny, Dennis, those guys have a different thing.
Totally.
And they're all unique. I'm not trying to clump them all together. Omar's thing's a little different to me.
It's way more dancey. That's my connections. Like he was the dancer, or he was in the clubs more than these other guys. Like knows what it means to make a crowd.
And I've heard him in interviews talk about that he played a lot of rock and roll like early, and he feels like that's a component of like how he plays, as well as like funk music and soul music and groove music. You know.
Wow.
And I feel like we said about Jimmy Cobb, like how it always feels good.
Yeah.
Like Omar stuff always feels. I don't think anybody we've talked about yet doesn't have a great feel. You know, on however many episodes we've done.
How many have we done? Who doesn't feel good?
Do you know what I mean? We're picking people that we like the way they sound.
Yeah.
The feel is a huge part of that.
Well, also the instrument was created to play dance music. It can do a lot of other things, but you know.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I remember it was the first time I saw a soprano snare off to the side. So he had his like smacky big fat down, and he did that like really high. It was the first time I ever saw that.
Oh, wow.
I don't think anyone else was doing that before Omar.
That's interesting.
Like having the really kind of tuned way up kind of sound. He's great. So we're going to go to Throck, your first pick, which is probably where he became the most famous, was in Weather Report. Procession?
Yeah.
Let's go there. What's up with this track?
Well, I mean, I didn't discover these records till a little later. Like I was 10 when these were coming out, or 9 or 10. So I didn't get into these till probably in my like the early 90s. I started to hear these records, and then I kind of wanted to seek them out. And then once I got this one first. I think I got Procession first, and I found Domino Theory and Sport and Life. But yeah, I mean, I had heard some earlier Weather Report growing up, like some of the stuff with Alex Acuna or Peter Erskine, different drummers. And this is kind of like the end of Weather Report. You know, Omar's kind of like the last real drummer in the band that made like 3 albums with the band. I think there's one record after the Omar thing that there's different drummers on a bunch of tracks. And Omar might be on one or 2 tracks. But yeah, I just kind of fell in love with them, you know. Like weirdly, I was with Tom the other day, as we do sometimes, going out and buying records and CDs and stuff, and Tom decided to buy this Zonal Syndicate CD. It was real cheap, and I kind of vouched for it, but I was like, I'm not sure if you really like it. We listened to it that night, and we both enjoyed it.
That was great.
And I always liked that record, and I think that might have been kind of the window for me wanting to go, because that was early. That was like 92 or 91 that came out, and I wanted to kind of go back. You know, it wasn't all that long before that. You know, 5, 6, 7 years prior is when Omar was in the band. You know, maybe even 8 years, but there was a 3 or 4 year chunk where they made 3 records and would tour those records. So it wasn't that far away in a time frame that there was still some it felt kind of like that later stuff, you know. But I really enjoyed how Omar played it, because I was already familiar with Omar from playing with Schofield, obviously from playing with Sting, the David Bowie stuff I'd see on MTV as a kid, the Bring on the Night movie, which I watched a million times.
So good.
So yeah, that's kind of how I came to the Weather Report stuff. So
this track, we're jumping to 2 minutes in on Procession. Yeah, never lets that kick drum stop.
Mm-hmm.
That's like a club.
And I've heard other, like, there were some feels in Erskine's stint with the band that kind of had that kind of feel with that bass drum and the kind of swinging kind of feel. It's a fun feel to play.
He sounds great.
It's kind of cool. He's playing a China for a bunch of it.
Yeah.
You know? Omar, sometimes I've noticed, and I'm sure if you know, he was sitting here, I was talking to him, he could point to all these examples where he does the opposite of what I'm saying. But I've seen him play so much backbeat music or he never plays rim shots. Or it seems like he's never playing rim shots. It's more center of the drum. Drum's a little angled. He's kind of hitting in the center. And I've always been more of a rim shot player playing backbeat music. And I think a lot of the drummers I love were playing more rim shots. I mean, not solely rim shots. I don't only play rim shots, but he's another difference in his playing, you know? And where a lot of guys were hitting crash cymbals just as crashes on the edge of the cymbal, that's kind of like a rim shot. He plays a lot of tip of the stick and gets like these different kind of ride characteristics out of smaller cymbals at times, which a lot of people don't do as much, you know? And again, like we said, with all these podcasts, I mean, I just have a real love for Zawinul's whole world. Wayne as well. Wayne's just like one of the greatest musicians ever. But so it's kind of cool hearing, like, you know, I was born in 73. So like, this is like at this time, even though I got into it a little later, you know, this is the same era as like MTV was starting to happen.
Yeah, right.
And then Omar was playing with some of those artists. So it's kind of cool to hear, oh, this guy could play with Dire Straits or, you know, or Sting or David Bowie, but he's also doing this kind of really creative jazz fusion meets like world music. It's really pretty amazing.
He's incredibly versatile, you know, in that regard, because that's a pretty wide swath of music to cover, you know.
Yeah.
Similarities, but a lot of, like, you got to have a lot of musical stuff together to do that.
Yeah.
Not just being able to play drums well, but to be able to navigate all those different musical terrains, I guess.
And this is still like this 3-record period. Like, this is something I go back to often. I really like those 3 records in particular. Like, I'm nervous to say that it's my favorite Weather Report band, but it probably is.
You've said it before. So.
Yeah, but like, I'm sure people that are 10 years older than me would think I was insane. They're like, how could it not be like the Jocko band?
Yeah,
or, you know.
Yeah.
And I think it's just kind of due to my age. You know, it's just it's a little more like of my time. But at the same time, I really like the way that Victor Bailey and Omar play with Wayne and Joe. It's really, really great. And a lot of the earlier drummers, it was a little more of closer to a jazz drum sound at times.
Totally.
And his thing was really a different thing. It was a little more like of the music I came up hearing on pop radio.
Yep.
That's true. I didn't think about the earlier Weather Report drummers in that way, but you're right. This is definitely a big shift as far as drum sound and everything.
Erskine had a little bit of this, but at times it was still he would still play sometimes a smaller bass drum, sometimes it was more dead.
Yep.
But Omar's things like it's like a 22 with pillows in it, and that's kind of been his sound always. And I really like the way he does that.
Yeah.
You know? I'm saying a lot of the stuff I'm gonna say in other tracks, or that I could say in any track. There's something with his bass drum playing that I always liked. Like, it's a pretty muffled sound, and it kind of has this. I struggle to describe this, and what I like in 22-inch bass drums that I want to get that sound. But I kind of like when the bass drum has a little bit of fluff to it and a little bit of pillowiness, without being too hard sounding.
Oh,
you know, so Omar gets this sound that's like present in the mix, and it has attack, but it's never too harsh. Where some guys have this real, like, they're hitting the bass drum so darn hard that it's just kind of hard to deal with. You know, and it's funny. There's a lot of drummers from that era, like guys that were working a lot in the 80s and 90s, like Tony Thompson was like this. Poogie's even like this. Like, I saw some footage of Poogie recently playing in the 90s with SWV. And I want to say it was I saw him share it online. I think he said that was the only time he played with him. It was on like a TV show. It could have been Arsenio.
Wow.
And there's just something to, like, guys of a certain era, the way they hit the bass drum. and I found it really appealing. Like it's strong,
Yep.
but it still has this really pleasant sound, even though it's a really muffled drum, And I think a lot of it's too, like the engineers at the time, the way they make
Mic
those
choices,
drums sound.
yep.
There's something I kind of like that sound.
It's a good sound.
For that kind of a dead thing.
For that thing,
We'll have to go back and look at some of his, because he did those 2 videos, Let It Flow, and what was the other one called?
There's
2 of
Express
them.
Yourself.
Yeah, Express Yourself. I have to see how he plays. I don't think he buries the beater.
I think he does sometimes for sure.
I'll have to take a look. But he's definitely not like stomping. He doesn't hit the drums super hard ever.
Yeah, but it's strong, really strong.
Yep.
But there's a nice...
It's a good sound.
There's a nice lightness to it.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true about his sound.
And one of the things particularly I picked, we'll talk about that,
Cool.
Well, the same year, which is my first pick, he played on one of the biggest records of all time, David Bowie's Let's Dance. So this is why I say, without knowing it, Omar represents the 80s to me. I didn't know he was on this record.
Well, Tony's on it too.
Yeah, but this track in particular, because it was all over MTV.
Sure. I picked one from this record as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you did.
Okay,
Yep.
so I'm wondering what... Yeah.
I just picked Let's Dance, just the main groove.
Of course, yeah.
Because it's just this incessant, amazing cycle.
Shoes and dance the blues. Let's dance to the song they're playing on the radio. Let's sway while color lights up your face. Let's sway through the crowd to an empty space. If you say run, I'll run with you.
That kick drum sound is there too.
Yeah.
So that's like an 8-bar cycle. It's not a repeated pattern.
Yep.
And it's not a loop. Obviously, they're performing it. So to me, that's like, he can go do the weather report stuff where he's expected to be creative and go out. Or he can just do 5 minutes of an 8-bar phrase that never changes.
Yep. That's something.
Or Martin sounds so powerful and sound like he lives in this world.
Yeah. Yes.
Doesn't sound like a jazz drummer doing this. It's
Totally.
like
Yeah, absolutely.
this is his world. Owns it. And a quarter note hi-hat.
Yeah.
Come on. Good luck.
And some of the music from that era, like the hi is so low in the mix sometimes.
Yeah.
And other records, it's like the hottest thing you've ever heard, It's weird.
Yeah, the cool delays. I don't know who was responsible for that, but I love that kind of stuff. So let's go
sound.
to Modern
Same
Love.
record, yeah.
Why'd you pick this track?
I mean, it was going to be either this or that or China Girl. You know what I mean? It's just cool. It's just a cool Omar groove, a tune that most people have heard, and it's great.
Imagine coming off the road from Weather Report and I'm going to go make a record with David Bowie. Then I want to go back out with
Yeah, and
what
some
a
of the
life.
newer. I heard a nice long newer interview with Omar, and he David asked him to go on the road, and he said he wanted to stay with Weather Report for a while. I thought there was a lot more he could. I'm not saying he thought he could get more out of Weather Report, but there was more he wanted to get from Weather Report.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, I'm glad he did because I love that music.
What year did that David Bowie record come out?
83.
83. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Prime for MTV, just taking over the world.
Oh, that was it, man.
So this is Modern Love from the top.
Mm-hmm.
To go out, know when to stay in, get things done.
What do you say?
Yeah, it's just laying it down.
He is.
I would have swore that was Tony Thompson.
Yeah, for a long time I wasn't sure who was on what tracks, and I want to say in the music video for, I think it might be that one, the Tony's in the video. I think.
That adds to the confusion.
So
yeah.
you're not
Wow,
sure. You know?
that's interesting.
He might even be playing Tony's drums because they were making the record simultaneously. Because it sounds like a big 24-inch bass drum.
It sounds big, yeah.
Wow.
It's a little different bass drum sound than kind of what I was talking about, but it's just recorded a little different and has a different kind of a little bit of a nastiness to it in a cool way, you know.
Yeah, those blown out room mics.
Yeah.
Probably a coded ambassador. I think that's the unsung trick for that sound. It's got to be a single ply head with no rings on it.
Yeah, with a ton of muffling.
Yeah.
Although Pinstripes kind of did that too, even though it was a much heavier head, you know. But I'm not sure. I mean, that could totally be a bigger bass drum with a single
Ask
ply head.
him. I'll see him in a couple of weeks, actually.
There you go.
Hey, what was your bass drum head on Modern?
But a ton of that shit, you know, he's playing. They're playing the studio kit. You know?
Yeah.
Just bringing a couple things.
Who are you?
Yeah.
I'm sure it won't be the first time someone asks him that, though.
I think he's doing a clinic on a rolling kit, too.
Oh, man.
Omar, this is cool.
Wow.
What was the drum set you used?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I didn't pick anything with electronics, but we should talk about it. He was always on the cutting edge of all that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
He told a story about building a kit for the Madonna tour so he could replicate
Yeah.
the crazy effects and the pitch bend on the record.
Wow.
It didn't exist. He had to invent it.
That's incredible. Man.
Yeah, he had like a compression pedal or something.
Yeah, some sort of...
Where he could, because some of those like electronic like snare drum fills,
Yep.
it sounds like a bunch of different snare drums, like, you know,
Yeah.
like high to low.
Yeah.
They're probably just hitting buttons or whatever, programming it.
Wow.
So he had a thing where you could play like a pad and change the pitch. You know?
That's incredible.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Wow.
And back then, you had to spend a lot of money to
Oh my
to
gosh.
do that.
I'm
you know?
sure it was.
Racks of gear.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tons of stuff. Wow. Man.
Now it's just hit the button.
Just a plug in.
So let's move back to Weather Report Domino Theory now. 1984, one of my favorite years. D-flat waltz.
And Mike and I took a road trip it was like 2 years ago. now?
Yeah.
And
I'd never heard any of
he had
this.
never heard these three records, so we listened to all three in a row. And
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that.
And I think Michael's probably like, this is pretty crazy.
It made the 4-hour drive like almost surreal because
It was on
Weather
the way
Report
home.
is so surreal.
It was late.
Yeah.
We like went to Sheets and got a bunch of like
Oh, of
snacks,
course.
you know?
Yeah, man.
Of course. Yeah. But I mean, I remember you saying like,
Speaking of which,
you were like, I've never heard this music before.
No.
You're like, this is
It was a
interesting
whole
music.
new experience.
that's really cool. Wow, man.
Because I'm fascinated by the way this band, the music is put together. Because it's like minutes of nothing but what seemingly sounds improvised. But then
Yeah.
they'll land on some figures. Like, what? How the hell did that happen?
Yeah.
Like, what is going on?
Yeah, wow, man.
What is the
I
composition?
I feel the same way. There's a great keyboard player I love a lot. He played with Travel Tech and he leads a bunch of bands of his own. It was Scott Kinsey, and he got to know Joe a little bit. And I recently saw some interviews of him talking about Zonal. And he said the same thing. He's like, you don't know what's composed, what's not. You know, like it always just sounds like it could be a mistake. And then sometimes you'll hear something, they'll play something that's like unison. You're like, oh, that part's composed?
Right,
Like, how did
yeah.
you know that? You know, it's amazing. I think that's what I like about the band so much in general, you know, is that unknown.
Yeah, him and Wayne Shorter, two of the most abstract creative minds ever, somehow made it work on a highly commercially successful level.
Yeah, check that out. True.
The conversations backstage must have been wild.
Oh, no question.
So you said skip ahead to like 3:30.
3.5,
Yeah.
something like that.
This is D-flat waltz.
The body up up, the body up up, the body up up, waddy yaddy
there's like swing to it.
It's really unique.
Yeah.
It's really
There's no other way
cool.
to describe it. Like,
I
what
know.
is that?
Yeah.
I know. It's great, man.
It's great. It's insane music. I love it. It's like some of my favorite stuff ever.
Yeah.
So that was 1984. We're going to go to the opposite side, 1985, when, again, he played on one of the biggest songs of the year.
Which one's this?
Money for Nothing, Dire Straits.
Man.
And
this is where he met Sting.
Yeah, I picked this one because of that reason. It was the reason that Omar ended up in Sting's band.
Because he played on this recording?
Because
Sting sings
the
backgrounds
backups.
on this.
He was in the studio at the same time.
Oh, man. I knew I was going to learn a lot on this.
So he didn't play the intro fills.
Yeah, that's the other guy.
Yeah. So I don't know
Really? Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was called to I guess come in and replace a bunch of drums on this record. And I'm not sure. I just listened to a big podcast with Omar. I think some of the stuff was just retracked, like redone, and some of it he might have replaced some stuff.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I think in that show he was talking about they were eating dinner or something, and he said something this thing like, "I'm your new drummer," or so. He just called him out like, "I'm your new drummer," something like that.
Yeah, Omar tells that same story in Bring on the Night.
Yeah,
they were having dinner, and he said he's like, "So you found your drummer?"
Yeah, that's
like,
what it is. Yeah, yeah.
And he's like,
How
said
bold.
he played something with the fork and knife or something. It was just who knows what's exactly true, but Omar said it.
So we've all heard this song, but for me, this again represents the 80s. It
Totally
shaped so
80s.
much about how I approach playing basic beats. I had no idea it was Omar Hakim. Like on the surface, he's playing the basic beats, but he's hitting all those little subtle things with the hi-hat and the kick drum, a couple variations that lands with the arrangement.
Yep.
That's perfect rock drumming.
Man.
I had no idea it was him.
Yeah.
No idea.
I mean, I remember him saying he just wanted to stay out of the way of that guitar riff because half this thing is so strong.
Yeah. That's like the whole tune.
Yeah, yeah.
He sounds great though, man.
Yeah, and again, that was right after that crazy weather report
Yeah.
we just listened to.
Man.
And then another one of my picks is the next one. So same year, Bring on the Night. And I picked something from the live performance because it's not on the record when he takes a solo over the vamp or the...
from the Bring on the Night album.
Yeah.
Yeah, not the Jimmy
Okay.
the Blue Turtles. Right?
Yeah, right.
Sure.
Yeah. So it's I Burn For You. It's a Police song, which there is no drums on it. It's just a program bit.
Mm-hmm.
But in the movie, he lets Omar
That's the
kind of
big
take
drum
it.
solo. Yeah.
It's so good. So I got to cue it up here.
I got to watch that again. I haven't seen that in so long.
It's a good movie.
Did you see the thing where they talked about they had to reshoot some video for that?
Yeah, and he had to learn his own solo.
So for the movie, he had to go back and reshoot some of the video of him.
Oh, I didn't know
So
that.
he's kind of lip syncing, or he's playing, but he's trying to give him what was on the recording.
Wow.
It's crazy,
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, that happens a lot, but I mean, it's just funny to hear that.
Yeah, it is.
We can imagine, I'm going to take a solo, and then, we got to do a couple extra shots. Can you do it
Can you
again?
do that again? Oh, boy.
Oh, and these are going to be the close-ups.
Yeah, nice.
So I apologize. This isn't a very good quality recording. That's all I could find, but here it is. This is him riffing over this ambient vamp.
Man.
So good.
Branford's playing all that bad shit.
I know.
It's killing.
A young Branford.
Yeah, sounds so good.
Man.
Yeah, ripping.
It's a fun movie to watch if anyone hasn't seen it. The Bring On the Night movie about the beginning of that band.
So he was playing Yamaha, I think, at that time.
Yep.
But he was one of the first Pearl endorsers, I believe.
Is that right?
Like,
I'm sure there were Pearl endorsers way before Omar.
Who would be their big name that would be in full page ads and stuff?
Well, I just mean there had to be guys playing.
1985.
I don't know.
I think he might be their first one. Who would
really?
be? Yeah. Like Gad played some Pearl drums, but he didn't have.
You know what's weird is they both played with Sting around the same time. Omar switched from Yamaha to Pearl. Manu switched from Pearl to Yamaha.
Oh, really?
Around the same time. Weird.
That's interesting.
What was Manu doing in 1984?
Peter Gabriel stuff.
85?
Yeah, the first, maybe a little after, but the first Manu cover story of Modern Drummer, he was playing Pearl. And then like right after that, he was playing Yamaha.
So maybe it was Manu and Omar, or the two.
I don't know. I mean,
Interesting. I just can't think of anyone else. Like I think of Omar and Pearl drums.
I mean, I think, I mean, Dennis probably wasn't much after. I think I would guess late 80s for him. I mean, there had to be guys that had Pearl endorsements. Rock guys, there had to be.
I don't know.
Like Peter Criss or someone?
Pearl kind of became a thing in the late 80s.
Yeah. I don't really care either. I mean, I like Pearl drums.
It is a show about drum.
No, I'm just saying, like.
That was great. I don't really care either.
Hey, Mike, can you shut the hell up and move on?
No, I'm happy to talk. I'll talk to you guys all day about drums every day.
Okay, let's go to John Schofield, Still Warm, 1986.
Next tune.
Yeah, sorry, guys.
Techno off of John Schofield's record, 1986. So was he in his band at this time?
He may have done some live stuff with this band.
Who else is on this record?
Daryl Jones.
Okay. I'm not familiar with this one.
This is like right before Dennis.
Yeah.
And like after Steve Jordan. As far as like who was on the studio records.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay.
It's a cool record. I like this one.
It's cool. Yeah.
I got to check this out. I don't really know this at all.
So just from the top, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go. Mr. Hi-Hat, right?
Man, that's killing.
Yeah, he's a great hi-hat guy. You know?
So good.
The way he orchestrates and the sounds that he is that, because I don't play anything like that, so it's just like, wow, that's like really, it's really great.
Small hi-hats, probably 13s. That sounds like pinstripes to me. I'm gonna nerd out. That sounds like a pinstripe bass drum. That extra kind of snappiness to it.
Oh wow, yeah.
Beautiful record.
Man, I got to check that out.
And kind of like that Sanborn track, like kind of like a some, you know.
That's him.
Yeah.
You know, like that's
small, like some splashes, small crashes.
Yep. Used very tastefully and
yeah.
That's awesome, man.
Zero ring on the snare always.
Yeah. Same, like again, like non-rim shots. Like he's bad, man.
Yeah.
I think we only have two more.
Okay.
What's the ironic about this episode is Tom starting it and ending it.
Nice.
We're not there yet. We got one more for Throck. 7 Years of Good Luck, Joe Sample, 1989.
Oh, I don't know this one.
I don't know this at
Now
all.
this one is like, I remember being young
The
a
cover of that
long time ago. I remember like going to some places to like sit in and play when I was maybe like late high school, like right after high school. And I would hear some bands around town like playing this tune.
Oh, wow.
thing. Interesting.
Yeah. And it would be like, it usually wasn't quite up to like how Omar's playing it. But it's a really cool groove and kind of hard to play. It's the bass drum one I was talking about. Although there's some cool bass drum stuff on that last tune, the way he's playing the doubles and like the kind of swift and
it was great,
strong, but not too heavy-handed.
Oh man, and that sound too,
heavy-footed.
Yeah.
This kind of has the same thing. This is a great. They made this record, then one after called Ashes to Ashes, which are
I almost chose something from Ashes to Ashes,
which is Marcus and Omar. Same with this record.
Yeah,
just a cool groove, like a signature kind of groove.
Totally.
So check this out.
All right, from the top, this is the tune 7 Years of Good Luck, Joe Sample, one of my favorite album covers of all time. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, back that up.
Hang on. False start. Had it muted. Here we go. One more time.
That's killing.
Yeah.
Super killing.
That's
groove.
so great.
So signature.
And that's so him, yeah.
I like this cool. He can play the rim click stuff and occasionally bring the left hand up to play some little quick thing, but it's never. It's just beautiful.
It's not clumsy. It's nice.
It's yeah, man. And like that control of the bass drum, like that. Like that.
That's hard, man.
You know, hard to play that with that clarity.
Drum,
Yes, and getting a good sound and everything. Wow. I got to check that out. That's really cool.
Now, since we've been doing this for 45 minutes, now I hear the Weather Report connection to some of this music that I never would have put together. It sounds like smooth jazz, but now I'm like, that has some Weather Report vibe.
Well, that I Burn For You solo, like, I should say, I mean, check out all the Weather Report records he did, but there's a great live, filmed, like for release, I guess it would have been like a VHS back then. I think it's called Weather Report Live in Tokyo. I've watched it 1,000,000 times from the Domino Theory tour. Omar has like 4 rack toms.
Oh, I've seen a couple clips of that.
2 4 toms. And, and he's, by the way, that was Omar singing on that Domino Theory track too.
Yeah.
While he was playing. But to see him play that stuff live and some of the way he solos in that Weather Report live concert, it reminds me of the I Burn For You kind of stuff. The way he's playing that energy and that fire.
Mm-hmm.
He did a thing where he and Joe trade these phrases back and forth. And it's a little showy. As you said, I hate to even think that, but now that I think about it, Omar did have a little element of like rock star to him. You know, in a beautiful way.
Yeah, it's like not goofy. He's just a performer.
And it doesn't feel like ego or anything.
It's sincere,
Yeah. He's beautiful, man.
And the sunglasses he wore back then were amazing.
Yeah.
Are they like goggles, like ski goggles? They're so cool.
Safety first.
And I like the way, I'm getting off topic because now we're talking about Weather Report, even though we're listening to a Joe Sample track. Like the way he plays with percussionists too. Like he's like active and interesting without kind of stepping on people. He's just really fantastic.
He doesn't fill all the subdivisions up. Like he kind of leaves a lot of gaps, but he never loses the sense of it.
That deep groove is always that's.
He doesn't feel like he has to play ghost notes all the time or anything like that.
Yep.
Yeah, there was that show that was on NBC in the late '80s, maybe even probably late '80s, called Night Music. Do you guys remember?
Oh, I remember that. Dave Sanborn
was like kind of like the band leader. It was like Hiram Bullock.
There's some great stuff from that.
Marcus is on a lot of it.
Yep.
Tom Barney's on some of it.
Tom Barney. Yep.
Don Elias. I think Ricky Peterson was a keyboard player most of the time, but Omar was kind of the house drummer.
He was.
So those clips, you can find clips of him playing.
He sounds great on that
like
stuff.
Stevie Ray Vaughan and different.
And he's, man.
And he kills.
Everyone. Yeah. It's amazing. he was kind of the perfect guy for that gig.
Totally.
Man.
Yeah, because if something was more rock, he kind of had it. Some of those little jazzy, he could go there.
Totally do it. Yep.
You know,
that's amazing. Wow.
So you can find that stuff, I'm sure, on YouTube.
Yeah.
Or, you know,
there's some great videos from that. I totally forgot about Night Music. Yeah.
Yeah, we were. A little side story. When I was in Maynard Ferguson's band, late '90s, we played like a week at Blues Alley in DC, and I was rooming with my good friend Paul Thompson. We had a little suite down there together, and the TV had like 5 stations, but one of them was Bet on Jazz, BET on
I
Jazz.
remember, absolutely.
And they would play night music episodes like
all the
3
time.
times a day.
Yeah.
So we were just in that room,
just checking it out.
Night music all the time. You know?
There's some amazing episodes.
Yeah.
Where it's like Pharaoh Sanders, and then it's like you know
Sonic Youth.
Sonic Youth.
yeah. Tim Byrne.
Yeah,
And
amazing.
Then, like, you know, some old blues artist, you know,
I
Miles
know.
Davis, you know, it's a cool show.
It was really
Frizzell,
cool show.
I think, played on there.
Who's that?
Frizzell with Joey
Frizzell's
Barron.
on there, yeah.
Yeah. Well, we got one more to go here, and Tom, you can send us off with this pick.
Yeah, so I chose this because this is from a Michelle Petrucciani record called Playground from '91, and this is like a Brazilian influence tune, and it's I just love how he plays this groove because he's playing what the tune needs, but it's it's unmistakably him in the way he does it, and it sounds really great. Adam Holtzman's on this. Steve Thornton plays percussion. Aldo Romano's on one track, obviously not this one, but it's really good. It's
From the top.
It's killing, man.
Relentless. I didn't expect it to be that.
I know it's really killing. Like you can tell he understands the way that music's supposed to feel, but he's still putting his thing in there, but it doesn't overtake it. You know, it's just such great musicianship. You know, I love that stuff like that.
Yeah, his sound has been that sound since the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
It's really something.
Too many people.
I know.
Still
from
sounds like that.
You're 21 and it's like there it is. You know, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, we haven't talked about anything he's done since then. Daft Punk, Get Lucky, still tons of other records.
Yeah, incredibly varied career. I mean, gosh, it's like, man,
yeah,
it's a lot of different kind of music.
Yeah, his instructional videos are fun to watch. Just to watch him, just to get to watch him play a bunch. They play a bunch of cool instrumentals, and he demonstrates grooves. Those are fun to watch. You can find them on YouTube if you look hard enough. You know,
Express Yourself and Let It Flow. Victor Bailey's on them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Yeah,
it's so good. He plays like some of his songs from his solo record.
yeah. They play like some weather, like 1 or 2 weather report things, or at least one. But it's a good band too. Like Michael Bearden on keyboards, who was like the MD with Madonna forever, and this cool electric like guitar player. Doesn't pop up on a lot of stuff. It's a guy named Jimmy Tunnel. He plays great. It was the second keyboardist too, but it's
I got to check those out. I've never
they're
seen
cool.
those.
They're fun to watch.
Yeah, I got to see those. Man.
They're definitely late 80s. Like,
Oh, good.
but beautiful. Yeah, they're
They
great.
might even be early 90s.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think they're early 90s. Yeah.
Wow. Cool.
Yeah. Cool. That's
Yeah,
it.
man.
So that is it for this week's episode. Once again, thank you for listening. If you do like the show, make sure you give us a 5-star rating, write a review in the review section. If you're checking this out on YouTube, make sure you like it and share it. Make sure you subscribe to our channel. I do apologize for not having video for this episode. We did record video, but the files were corrupt and I couldn't retrieve them. So this is an audio-only episode. We'll try not to do that again in the future, knock on wood. But either way, thank you again for listening. Hope you found some new music to listen to or revisit that you haven't checked out in a while. And we will be back with you soon.